Welcome back, deep thinkers. Did you know that 90% of our communication is non-verbal? That's right, our aura speaks louder than our words. This invisible energy field that surrounds us all, our aura, can have a profound impact on how others perceive us. It can draw people towards us, or in some cases repel them. If you've ever wondered why people seem to shy away from you, your aura might be the culprit. Today, we will uncover the 7 signs that people may be repulsed by your aura. Sign number 1, uncomfortable body language. Body language, often a subconscious manifestation of our feelings, can reveal much about how comfortable we are in a given situation. Imagine standing in a crowded room, and you notice someone consistently shifting their weight, crossing their arms, or avoiding direct physical orientation towards you. These are telltale signs of discomfort. Let's consider another instance. You're at a family gathering and a relative seems to maintain a certain distance from you, almost as if an invisible barrier is in place. They might even exhibit signs of closed body language, like crossing their arms or legs, a subtle indication of feeling closed off. Or perhaps in a professional setting, a coworker constantly breaks eye contact, looks down, or has a stiff posture around you. These cues are all indicative of unease. Body language is a silent communicator, and these signs might suggest that your aura could be off-putting to others, so observe, understand, and adapt. If you notice these signs, it might indicate that your aura is off-putting to others. Sign number 2, avoidance. When your aura is off-putting, people may naturally tend to avoid you. It's like an invisible force field that pushes them away. They may not consciously understand why, but they might feel an instinctive need to distance themselves. It's as if their subconscious is picking up on something that their conscious mind can't quite grasp. Let's think about it. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to be always busy when you're around? Or perhaps they seem to leave the room just as you enter. These are subtle signs of avoidance. They might not even realize they're doing it. It's an unconscious reaction to the energy you're emitting. In professional settings, you might find colleagues suddenly too engrossed in their work to chat, or lunch breaks becoming solitary affairs. In personal relationships, friends may start to cancel plans, or family gatherings become unexpectedly quiet. Avoidance can be a clear sign that your aura is not inviting. Sign number 3, negative feedback. Often, this is a clear sign that something about your aura may be off-putting to others. Imagine you're in a room full of people, you're sharing your thoughts, your ideas, your stories, but the response you get is not what you expected. Instead of appreciation, you receive criticism. Instead of smiles, you're met with frowns. This is not to say that all criticism is bad. Constructive criticism is a tool for growth. But if the feedback you receive is consistently negative, it may be a sign that your aura is repelling those around you. It could be your negative energy, your lack of empathy, or maybe you're just too intense for some. Whatever the case, it's important to take this feedback into consideration. After all, it's not about pleasing everyone, but about being aware and improving yourself. Negative feedback can be a wake-up call that something about your aura needs to change. Sign number 4, lack of eye contact. In the language of human interaction, our eyes are powerful tools. They can express feelings, emotions, and even intentions. However, when someone consistently avoids making eye contact with you, it could mean more than just shyness or distraction. It could be a sign that your aura is repelling them. Picture this. You're at a gathering, having a conversation with a friend. You notice that they seem to be looking everywhere but at you. Their eyes dart around, never settling on yours. This could be a one-off scenario, but if it happens regularly, it might mean that your aura is making them uncomfortable. In another instance, perhaps at work, a colleague who once engaged with you now seems to avoid your gaze. It feels as though an invisible barrier has sprung up between you two. When people avoid your gaze, it can be an indication that your aura is pushing them away. Sign number 5, short conversations. We all know how it feels to have a conversation that doesn't flow right. It's like trying to paddle upstream without a paddle. The words seem forced, the silences feel awkward, and the interaction ends sooner than expected. This could be a sign that someone is repulsed by your aura. Let's take Jane and Mark as an example. They are co-workers, and whenever Jane initiates a conversation, Mark responds with short, curt answers, almost as if he's trying to end the dialogue as quickly as possible. It's not that Mark is a man of few words, he's quite chatty with others. This pattern of brief exchanges could be an indication that Mark is repulsed by Jane's aura. Another example could be at family gatherings. If Uncle Bob seems to cut conversations short with you, it might not be because he's eager to return to the buffet. It may be that your aura is off-putting to him. If conversations seem to end quickly, it could be a sign that your aura is off-putting. Sign number 6, unresponsive to kindness. You see, we're hardwired to respond positively to kindness. It's a universal language that transcends all barriers. But when your aura is off-putting, even the warmest acts of kindness can fall on cold ground. Imagine this. You're offering a helping hand, a compliment, perhaps even a small gift, but the responses are lukewarm, indifferent, or even non-existent. It's as if your gestures of goodwill are invisible. Perhaps you've noticed this with a coworker who barely acknowledges your morning greetings, or a friend who doesn't seem to appreciate your thoughtful gestures. It's not necessarily that they're ungrateful or cold-hearted. It might be that your aura is emitting vibes that make them feel uncomfortable, even when they can't quite put their finger on why. So pay attention to how people respond to your kindness. If your kindness goes unnoticed, it may be a sign that your aura is repelling others. Sign number 7, feeling drained. It's a sensation we've all experienced. You've had a great day out with friends or a productive meeting at work, but when it's all over, you feel completely exhausted. You're not physically tired, but emotionally and mentally, you're spent. This could be a sign that your aura is repelling those around you. Let's consider this. Imagine a friend who, after each hangout, leaves you feeling like you've run a marathon. Or a coworker whose meetings always leave you needing a nap. It's likely that their aura is draining your energy. It's as if their aura is a black hole, sucking in all the positive energy around them and leaving the room feeling heavy and depleted. This energy drain can be a strong indicator that their aura is not only unattractive, but also repelling to others. If you leave people feeling drained, it could be a sign that your aura is off-putting. So there you have it, the 7 signs that people might be repulsed by your aura. Let's swiftly recap. First, watch for uncomfortable body language in those around you. If they seem to recoil or stiffen, it might be due to your aura. Second, if people seem to avoid you, it may be a sign that your energy is off-putting. Third, negative feedback, whether direct or indirect, can be an indication of a repelling aura. Fourth, lack of eye contact often signifies discomfort, possibly caused by your energy. Fifth, short conversations or people seeming eager to end interactions with you can also be a red flag. Sixth, if your acts of kindness are met with unresponsiveness, it could mean your aura is off. And seventh, if people frequently mention feeling drained after spending time with you, your aura may be draining their energy. These signs aren't meant to discourage you, but rather to shed light on how your energy might be perceived by others. The good news is, auras can change. They are not static but dynamic, influenced by our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Take, for example, Sarah, who noticed her co-workers avoiding her and cutting conversations short. She took it upon herself to improve her aura by practicing mindfulness, cultivating positivity, and expressing her feelings in a healthier way. Over time, she noticed a shift in the way people responded to her. Or consider John, who is often met with uncomfortable body language from his family. He worked on his aura by focusing on empathy, understanding, and patience. Eventually, his family started to approach him more, and the uncomfortable body language lessened. Remember, your aura is a big part of how you communicate with the world. If you're noticing these signs, it's an opportunity for self-improvement and growth. As you work on your aura, you'll find your relationships and interactions improving. Thank you for joining us, Deep Thinkers. If you found this video helpful, please engage with us, like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, keep thinking deeply.